Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be some looks at Riverbend Springs. Now we can't show the entire map off. Giant Software is only allowing us to kind of show off different pieces of the map, so the clips are going to jump around. I'm going to try to talk about it a little bit as we go. Just know that everything you see is a work in progress. It is not final in terms of the game, so don't expect this to be exactly as it is. But we are going to take a look around some of the map, and big thank you to DJ for helping me record some of the video here at PAX West. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump into it. I'm going to also try to mark some areas on the map as we go, so I will try to do that for us. This area right here, we've kind of seen some of the stuff we've seen, but it kind of gives you a little bit more perspective when I put the map in there, so you can see kind of where actually on Riverbend Springs it is at. So that's kind of what I wanted to do there, and I won't necessarily. I'm probably be talking most of the time, but if I put a little bit of a break in there, there's some music in the background, so just know I may not ramble the whole time, but I can only show you so much of it, so that's why it has to be kind of the way it is. And I'll try to mark again as much of it is. Like you see, there's a mark on your screen right now for where we're at now, and then in just a second here, we are going to skip ahead on some time, and yeah, you can see that area right there is at least right now just off the map, but we're going to skip ahead, so that way it's a little bit brighter, and then we're going to drive out of this little area here and keep rocking and rolling. But yeah, so hopefully this is helpful. I wish I could release everything I have. I have pretty much a whole map tour, but I just can't release the whole thing, which is totally fine. So this is what is allowed by Giants for us to show you, and I want to play by the rules as much as possible, and not do anything that I shouldn't be doing in terms of what they want us to do. So yeah, next area here, we've seen this before. This is the paper mill. Yeah, this is the paper mill here. So and again, I marked where it's going to be at on the map for you guys. So feel free to pause the video anytime to take a look at that PDA. The PDA has been announced, and honestly, you can start kind of figuring stuff out pretty easy. It's not like it's a secret where I'm at on the map with all this stuff. It's pretty easy to figure out on your own if you have the PDA in front of you. But yeah, the PDA has been released, so just know that. DJ is going to get out of the tractor here. He's driving around. I helped him navigate the map a little bit towards the end of the video in terms of when we were recording, but we had 45 or so minutes total of footage that we were looking at, so I've reduced it down as best I possibly can, and still showing off quite a few features. There is a bit of this video where I do show where the ferry is at, or kind of show a little bit of the ferry, which I know isn't really anything terribly new, but I do show you kind of where it's at on the map. There are actually two ferries on the map as well, so just know that there's two crossings for ferries on the map, and I'll show that actually in my ferry video. The ferry video should already be out, where I talk about how the ferry works and all the different aspects of it, and kind of show off DJ and I using it. So I'll have that video out by the time you guys see this, that video will already be out, so just be aware of that. But yeah, pretty cool little paper factory. Again, it's not necessarily completely done, so just kind of be aware of that, but it is set up how it kind of needs to be for at least now, and everything like that. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. I like it. I think the map honestly is coming together quite nicely, so I think Florian and Giant Software have done a really good job putting this together for you. So yeah, there we go. We're driving away from here. We're going to head out to the next part of the map. All right, and here we're at the complete north end of the farm, or north end of the map here. This is the sunflower farm, as I would call it. You guys have seen plenty of screenshots and photos of this. There's a very fitting sunflower field right next to it, but now you can actually see kind of, or have an idea of where it's at on the map compared to everything else. But yeah, we've seen screenshots of this stuff before, so nothing terribly new or exciting or crazy up here. You do have a nice little flower stand. Don't read into that. There's not like flowers come to the game or anything like that, so don't read into that. I mean, I guess maybe there could be greenhouses, but I would doubt it. We did try to go in buildings if we could. This is we've seen screenshots of this before and photos of this. This is going to be the farmer's market, where the stalls will fill up as you provide more and more stuff for them. So there'll be some visual indication that you're selling stuff off and everything like that there, which is pretty cool. Not something we've seen before in base game. Modders have done that stuff before, but it's pretty cool to see that happen kind of there. And so, yeah. But yeah, a lot of really good detail on the map, to be honest with you guys. A lot of really good detail. But yes, moving on. Here we are, just a little cabin, kind of out in the woods. I thought it was kind of nifty. It's a sell point of some kind, probably. I think it is, or it's a production point, but I think it's a sell point of some kind. So I put it out there. I decided to put it in here because I think it's pretty cool. It's kind of hidden away in the woods. But yeah, and moving on from there, here is the ferry, which again, I'm only going to show this for a brief second. I'll show us actually going across the ferry in a separate video. So that video will already be out. But yeah, it's quite a large ferry, to be honest. Here we're actually going to have quite a bit of a video. This is a fairly large chunk here where we're going to drive through kind of the main part of town. This railroad crossing, I've got it marked on a map for you guys so you see where we're at now. But this is kind of the main city or the main town on the map here. We got a nice railroad yard here, kind of industrial area, and I'll mark this for you guys as well so you guys can kind of get a feel for where this is at comparatively. And some of you guys are going to get annoyed with the map markings, but some of you guys are going to enjoy it. So yeah, and DJ did a similar video. I'm not sure exactly what he showed off or chose to show off, but it'll probably be a little bit different than mine. And a lot of it will also be the same because we're working off the same footage. But make sure you guys go check that out. I marked where that bakery was at as well. That's where that is marked right now. Moving on from there, here we have the vehicle dealer. So this is the vehicle shop here. And then across the way, it looks like we have a kind of a dairy point, which maybe we're doing some buffalo milk stuff and some cow milk stuff and mozzarella and all that good stuff. Don't know if that's the specific location or not, but it would make sense. And again, that was marked on the map as well just a second ago. So that's where that was at. But yeah, plenty of space to move around the shop and move around the town. The town has a lot of really good detail as well, so it feels like it's an alive and moving town. And the AI traffic, there's trucks, school buses, cars, all sorts of different things that you'll find moving around. This gas station, I decided to mark that as well because that'll be probably a pretty important point on the map for players to be able to get fuel and whatever they need there. But yeah, the map looks great. And then here's the animal dealer. I don't show off too much of the animal dealer because we've seen it before. And then here's kind of another town area. You can see it's off towards the left-hand side of the map. So that's what we just passed, that little production point or sell point or whatever the case may be. And then here we have another fuel point on the right-hand side, which I think I marked that. Yeah, I marked that fuel point right there for you guys. And so you can kind of see where that's at. But yeah, just kind of another little town area that's kind of nice. And then this just runs off straight to the edge of the map. But kind of hard to see where the map's is coming. So it's really all done. Here is kind of a farm that you guys have probably seen video and images from. The cows, when they were shown off, were over here on this farm, and a lot of the videos about ground deformation, stuff like that, and the demos over on this farm. So a lot of the stuff that you guys have seen screenshots and stuff of has been on this farm, which again is up towards, or is right there on the map on the left-hand side. And here's just a little clip of us driving around next to the river. And again, I know the clips are moving fast. I apologize. That's just the way I have to do it. So that's just the way it is. But down there, we're just down the bottom side of the river there. A little industrial district here. Looks like maybe a lime point or something like that. But pretty cool to see that. And here we have the ropes course, which I know we've seen screenshots of this as well. So nothing crazy new here, but it's cool to kind of get a feel for where it's at in the map. And it's down in that bottom left-hand corner, which is nice to see as well. But yeah, ropes course, and then possibly a production. We do know that there's going to be a production for wagons on the map. If you haven't heard that, that is something that we know. But I'm thinking maybe these little tractor guys or something like that, because there is some check boxes out there. Either there's just a sell point here or a construction project, but something's going on here. So it'll be interesting to find out exactly what that is. I'm sure there'll be some of it to do with the ropes course, but it'll be cool to see if we have something to do with those little tractors as well. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Nice little area up here. You get a good view around the map too. Get pretty zoomed out on the game as well, which is nice. Driving out this way, it just takes us out the other side back to the main road. And we've seen this little ship before. We've seen that. We've also seen the little tractor down here at the entrance to this kind of farm area as well. But yeah, it looks quite nice. I like it. Nice little area there where the ropes course is at. And moving on, here we have, I believe, the Sawmill, which I have that marked on the map. Now we're over on the right-hand side of the map here. This is the Sawmill area where you can do your board work and what have you. So kind of nifty to see that and see how that's all set up over here. You can see kind of some logs down there as well. There will probably be multi-facets to this. It looks like it's a fairly large sawmill, actually. I mean, not crazy big, not like Silver Run Forest big, but it's a decent size. Moving over here, this is just a quick clip. There's another gas station down here, bottom right-hand corner of the map. Kind of like a little convenience store area. So that is set up down there. So I just wanted to show you guys where that was at. And moving up here, this says cooperage, which this might be new. There might be barrels coming, which we've done barrels before. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there's been like barrel type stuff happening before with the the platinum expansion, not the premium expansion. But cool to see that production might be coming there as well. And here where we just jumped to a couple seconds ago, this is the ropes factory, which has also been shown off in previous screenshots and what have you. So yeah, nothing again crazy new here. But it's kind of also nice to see that we have it down there in the bottom, almost center of the map down there. So you can get a feel for where it's at. That's kind of the way it's designed. And up here, we're just going to get some nice aerial views right before the video wraps up of us over the top of the map here. So I'll let those kind of play out for you. But yeah, make sure you guys pre-order if you haven't. Use code FarmerCop down below. Use the links and all that good stuff. But the map looks really good, and there's a lot of stuff to it. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. But yeah, that is what I got for you guys. That is my little limited extra preview for you guys with some more exclusive footage of Riverbend Springs. I'm excited to see the new Asian map when they get that announced, hopefully soon. But there you guys go. If you enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching.